Alright, so we are on to card 8 of our 12 card mini camp thingamajiggy. So number 8 is this one. It's got 2 strips on the side and 1 down the middle. Now, I have it vertically on my piece of paper. Of course, you can flip it this way if it works better, A, for your pattern paper, or B, for your image or your layout that you want to use. So we're going to start with this one, and I'll start with putting this one down. Now this one, because I looked at both sides, and because it's like on the edge of this one cut wise, it's not going to look right to do it that way, so I'm going to do it this way. And I could do either or on this one. I'm going to go with the little saddles because I think I'm going to bring in the pint size pony stamp from Unity. Can't talk today either. It is what it is. So, disclaimer, I took a week off from the last card that I did, so I have no clue where I'm at story-wise. You know, whatever I was telling you last time, if I was supposed to continue it this time, I don't know. Other than that, I am still working through, of course, the same one. So I do plan on doing these in a full series, but I will also I'll probably do each video separately and just release like 1 to 2 a day. I don't know. I haven't really decided. It'll depend on when I get to edits, how long said video is. I will do the one video with all of them, but that's going to be horribly long. So, you know, I will tell you at this point, I would suggest figuring out images and coloring them all at once. It'll make this process a whole lot faster. So now here's where I have extra room, right? So I have, and I did it this way because cutting little strips is difficult. At least it is for me to get them even. And I had extra paper. So granted, I could have cut it down a little bit and had another extra strip. But, oh, well, yeah, we're going this way. But ultimately, it's, you know, up to you how you want to do that. I'm just going to try for center here. It's probably not going to be perfect, and that's okay. Let's try to wiggle it down so at least our papers maybe kind of line up. Okay, so there is our base for this one. Keep in mind, you know, you can definitely do it this way. I went up and down just because my pattern was that way. And then because it's the saddles, I thought it would be fun to bring in the pint size pony image on this one. And he's kind of facing that way, so I'll put him over on that side. Let's see here. Is he going to fit? He should fit here. Okay. Stand platform. I may have done a couple of cards in between there too. I had some hops I had to get done. So, you know, I was playing with Lon Vaughn's new Capybara stamp set. And what was the other one I did? If you follow me on Instagram, you got to see them. I really am taking off the month of July thus far with at least getting videos up. You know, it's probably needed. I think I fell out of the groove. Does that make sense? I fell out of the groove of like filming, taking it, editing it, and uploading it. Probably like last year sometime. And it's been really hard to find that groove back again. Just like, you know, I always feel behind. So taking some time off, I think, for me is probably a good thing. I've been more inclined to just create, which is fun. Okay, I am going to heat set this just because I want to color it a little bit, but I don't want to cause a lot of ruckus. Okay, well, if I let that dry a little bit, maybe that'll help too. Let's pull this one in. So he's coming from this side here. So I'm going to pull him in here. down there. I didn't clean it, so I might just need to go this way. Don't stick. Please don't stick. Okay. Jamie, clean up your stamp platform. Good Lord, child. We should be okay. If I clean that, I can go in with a lighter color here. I'm gonna just bring in the Distress Oxide, probably Speckled Egg. It's gonna be a little bit gray already because it's already kind of been pre-stamped, right? With my stamp plat, you know, the ink that was on there. I'm not gonna worry about that. And then of course I moved my piece of paper. So let's hope we're not even close. Okay. All right. Okay, if it doesn't work, I just end up putting in, we're still way off. Okay. Why? Why do you have to be like that? Okay. I just can't, oh, it is like way off. All right. Oh. We'll see how bad it is. It's bad. Okay. So, in this case, I'm going to bring in just a piece of paper. I mean, it kind of looks cool. It kind of looks 3D. If I'd stamp it with some pink on top of that, it would probably look really cool. Should we? Should we try? I mean, I'm not even going to be able to line it up again, I don't think. Well, I mean, we should be pretty close here. Alright, let's try. I'm going to bring in that saltwater taffy. This is me making my oopsie into a, we'll see. Because if this doesn't work, it's not a huge deal. We're just going to cover it with a piece of paper. So, I'm going to be just slightly off my other one. Yes, I think it looks kind of cool. It kind of gives the 3D effect, so, you know, if at first you don't succeed, mess it up 2 more times and it'll look alright. I'm happy with it. It looks like a 3D image, so I'm okay with it. If I didn't like it, I would have just cut an inside piece, maybe, and even just leaving it so it was like you'd still see the other horse behind it, or offsetting, putting a strip there and offsetting it. Could do a circle and do it that way, or an oval, and it'd look alright too. Alright, so we have our 3D looking horse. It's kind of like psychedelic. Don't look at it too long. Sorry, can't. Gotta wash my tail. Giddy up and get better. I think that's probably the perfect one for the little 3D horse, because you're seeing doubles or triples or whatever. I'm just gonna straighten that on my stamp platform. And I'm just gonna come in with that speckled egg again, just because it's here. If it's not dark enough, which, you know, it probably would look better in a black, I'm gonna clean that off, and then I will pop that VersaFine Onyx Black on there. And that just darkens it up. So yeah, I still like the dark black for the sentiment. Anyways, such is life. Okay. So I have my inside done. Giddy up and get better. What's my front sentiment going to be, since we're looking? Maybe Whoa Nelly. Maybe we'll go with Whoa Nelly. Okay. I'll pull that one out. And then let's bring this one back in. So for this one, I'm going to go in with, you know, this is our one that we usually use. But for the most part, because I'm going with the horse image, I'm just going to go in with the yellow gray, because I think that's going to be an okay one for this one. Yellow, gray, and we can do some fun colors in her hair maybe. Let's see with the yellow gray. That one should be good. Do I have a darker tone yellow gray? I have a lighter tone yellow gray over there. I have a darker tone. So this is 101 yellow gray 08. Let's go with this one. Ooh, that's like really dark. Let's not do that one. I was thinking this one and that one were going to be similar. This is still a little bit darker. So I'm going to go, I'm mixing and matching my markers. So yellow gray 051 in the Oahu line. I don't know if 080 is even, like maybe it's 040 in the Oahu line. Well, you know, I'm just going to go with it and call it good. So I'm just going to come in with my darker tone and kind of add in some shadow where I want my shadow to be. And you can do this with just one marker. But I just want to kind of add some flicks in here to kind of give it that, you know, furry look. And then kind of hit the areas that look like they already have some really good color definition or some shadow on them on the stamp. So I'm just going to kind of come in and add a little bit more. Oh, I don't know what color I'm doing my hair. Okay, I was going to do something fun. And truthfully, I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on coloring just because I don't think it really needs it on this one. Okay, so now I'm just coming in with that brush lighter tone and I'm just going to do a once over with that one in hopes that I don't pick up too much. Do I want to do an underlay pink? Is chocolate pink going to be light enough? This is the 294, so it's going to be the lightest tone here. I just want to kind of add that to this note, and yes, I'm picking up some ink because I didn't actually heat set it. I don't think I need pink anywhere else. I am going to make sure that my marker tip is clean before I recap it, just because it had a little bit of that ink on it and I don't want that to transfer or to stay on there. I think that's hard on your marker. I'm also going to go over the whole snoot with my gray here. I put the pink because it's going to give an undertone of a hint of pink there. And you could have added the pink on top of this one. I just like doing the pink underneath. And then I'm going to hit those darker areas again, just a little bit. And he looks good enough. What color hair should we give him? Let's see. It'd be fun to go pink, just because it would. Light prawn. Do I want to work that hard for my pink? Probably. Okay. So I'm going to come in with the pink. The dark blue would be really pretty, or that tealy green would be pretty. But I'm going to go in with the pink. And for the hair, I'm just going to kind of keep it. Oh, I didn't do his ears. Way to go. Okay, I'll come back and do the ears. So I'm just going to add the darkest tone where I think it's going to be the darkest. So on the root, like your root, and then the ends, because this will help give it the look that there's some flow there. I'm not an expert at the hair thing. I just kind of do what I feel is right. I'm going to add a little bit of dark here and there just because it's going to give me a little bit more movement. I'm not worried about the bottom part of the tail. It's just kind of there's a lot of black ink down there. I just don't think we're going to see a whole lot of it, so I'm not really worried about it. And then I'm going to add a couple of streaks in there, just like I did with the dark one. And then for down here, I'm just going to go over that whole area with the lighter one. I don't need the lightest one in there. It's further back. I think it's going to be darker. You're not going to see that much definition anyways. So we're going to come in with that lightest pink and just kind of add that one in there. And this is kind of up to you if you want to go over the whole area and blend everything in and then come back in with your darker pink. You know, you can go in multiple layers and get a lot of definition in there if you want. I like to come back in with my dark one and then maybe add a little bit of a low light here and there and just, you know, kind of make it work for me. But it's totally up to you. I like how that one looks. I need to bring in this one and finish the ears. And if you want to make your, you know, your horsey green horse, go right ahead. I'm not going to color that. I'm just going to cut this one out. I'm going to hand cut it. So I'm going to, where is my little scissors? Okay. I am going to hand cut it and, well, maybe. I picked up the new ones because we'll see if they cut better for me. I don't know. But I'm just going to hand cut it. So I'm going to shut off the camera because, you know, this is just me taking time to cut. Or run it through your brother's scan cut. All of those things, if you have the die, it all works the same. Alright, my cut skills, not the greatest today. It's all good. So I'm just going to bring in a really light gray here just because it feels like there's way too much white here. But all of this little peach fuzz that's hanging off there, I just kind of want to hit, and then that down there. I don't know if it was the scissors or it was me. It was not good today. That's all I gotta say. And if you want, you could add a little bit of green to, you know, add in your grounding base here. You don't have to do that. You could definitely leave it white. It's just an option. So for this one, I'm just going to come in here and add that one down here. Let's grab. You feel free to pop this one up if you want. Mount it on a rectangle or a square down in the corner if you so choose. I'm just going to pop this one here. I think I'm going to cut off that tip of the tail there. And if I had done it in a rectangle, I could have definitely centered it in here. Would have looked really cute with the sentiment underneath it. So you have options available. Gonna trim that little piece off there, and then I need to do my sentiment, which is that Whoa Nelly. And I think I'm gonna do it on, I have a scrap piece of paper here. So I have a scrap piece of green here. I'm just gonna do it on that. Where? Okay. I'll go here with it. I'm just gonna make sure that it's mostly kind of sort of straight. It looks kind of sort of straight. I don't know. Okay, we're gonna ink that up with the VersaFine Onyx Black. Pretty good. One and done. And then for this one, let's see. I am gonna try to sneak it underneath there. I'm just gonna tear this one towards me so I don't get the white line there. Well, maybe I should have done it the other way so I would get the white, because then it would go with that. Whatever, doesn't really matter. Either way works. I'm going to try to sneak this under here. I did not anticipate sneaking it under here, so whoops. I'm going to snip this off. So if I cut it here, add some glue, popping up my horse probably would have, you know, made this part a lot easier. Me trying to wiggle it. We'll make it work. And then to finish this one up, I'm gonna do a glossy eye. So coming in with that black pen, where's my scrap? Okay. Making sure that I have good ink flow on it, so it's actually going to color properly. And I'm just gonna add in that glossy part to that part. Do I want to do glossy accents on this one? Probably. Okay. I'm trying to let it dry enough. Let's see. Do we want to do some cute little hearts? We could do some cute little hearts. I could go with pink little hearts. I've got pink hearts somewhere too. We could come in with some pink little hearts for this one. This one was just a pastel hearts from, I want to say, Michael's. Let's go. We're gonna go on our little, where our paper is cut and shouldn't be cut, and then we'll go up from there. I think she needs a little pink brush. Okay, and let me pick out some pink ones here. I mean, I have 3 set, but we'll see. There's some little green ones in there that would probably work too. Oh, there's like 2 different shades of pink. Ooh, butter. Decisions, decisions. I don't know if I like the pink one in its hair. No, I don't. Okay. Let's go down here. Well, I'll come back to that one. I'm just taking my rag and kind of buffing off the glue on that one. And then I'm just going to add this one back down over here. Wow, they did not want to stay today. Okay. Oh, that one was just excessively glued. Okay. Go over. Okay. I think I could pick 2 different colors of pink. This pink is probably a cuter pink. Anyways, it is what it is. Okay. And we already have the inside done on this one. Envelope art. Where's my envelope at? So we just have that Whoa Nelly. I think I'm gonna do just a little white on top of the black there, and I'm going to add, I don't think I need a glossy accent. That looks alright. Okay. So that one on there. So there's our card front. Oops, there's our card front. And the inside one, giddy up and get better. And then for the envelope art, I'm just going to bring back in the little horse stamp. we'll go with that speckled egg color again. It will stamp better if you're not sitting on top of all of the things. Do I remember that? Usually not. Okay. Okay, I usually remember it. It's just a matter of finding enough space to actually make it work. There we go. I'm gonna spritz my stamp with water to kind of help get that oxide ink off of it. It'll make, I guess, next time a little bit easier. Do I want to do a sentiment on there as well? Let's see. Uh-oh, that wasn't good. Okay. We could do hey girl. Hey. I'm going to bring in the Twisted Citron. You could do, I just have these on my desk because they go with the paper pack that I'm using. So they're just easy to grab. And it's not going to show up very good on that one. So no fear. We'll just come in with the VersaFine on top of it. And if it gives it a little bit of a glow, I'm not sad about it. There we go. It kind of did. It kind of gives it like a green halo. It's kind of cool. Oh wait. There we have our envelope art to go with our card. Wherever I threw it. Okay. There we go. So there is card number 8.
Hope you got your s'mores ready. It's time for stamp camp.